welcome back everybody to IEM Shenzhen here in China with Frodan, Strife Crow, and Dong Dong. Oh, no, I messed it up. God. Dong Dong.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we have a first-timer on the broadcast. You are from China. You qualified through the Shanghai Gold Tournament.
Yep.
And you were in Group C, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're with Nimsh, Masan, and Giano.
Yeah.
You'll be playing soon. But we have RDU versus Jackie. The winner of this advances to the top 8.
Yeah.
How much do you know about these Asian players that you come in? How much does China know about Hong Kong and Japan and all these other ones?
Actually, nothing. I think we know more on Straffico or Amaz.
Because you watch their streams, you see their games.
Exactly. Like, we don't know anything about the player from Japanese or Hong Kong. I haven't met any of them before. Maybe some of them played a tournament with Chinese before, but I don't know.
Okay. Strife Crow, from what you've seen so far, you saw a little bit. You know RDU.
Yeah.
You've seen a little bit of Jackie's play so far. I kind of have to peg RDU as the heavy favorite, but you think Jackie Chan has a pretty good shot too?
I guess it depends on the matchup. So what decks they have? Because I think RD is a better player probably. So it will depend on how good Jackie got his matchups.
It seems like RDU has chosen Druid as his first deck and Miracle Rogue, and Jackie will be leading off with Warlock, which we haven't seen yet, as well as his Rogue. I think RDU might have. It seems like he's banned Druid, and then it seems like Jackie has banned RDU's Mage. So we're about to find out what's going to happen.
I think a lot depends on this first game.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
It's Zoo versus Druid, and Druid gets the Innervated Keeper.
Oh my! This is This is like the worst nightmare for Druid when they just go turn one, especially against Flame Imp. Just go coin Innervate Keeper, and then you're dropping your creature into the Keeper next turn.
Yeah, so RDU off to a blazing start.
There's also Blood Knight.
Blood Knight, okay.
So he plays Squire too. Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this Keeper can 3-for-1 easily, and the fact that he's a second Keeper to back up too.
Yeah, this hand just turned out too crazy. I just kind of feel bad now.
Whoa.
Okay, so this is basically a token Druid with Blood Knight. Okay, so that makes sense because the Blood Knight's for his own. Yeah. He almost attacked first before hero powering.
Yeah.
Which would be weird.
He was thinking to pump it. To give it pump, but to pump the
power of the wild.
Yeah, power of the wild. I think he was thinking about that.
I think there's merit to it. I think I like trading more efficiently though, because the thing about Power of the Wild is that.
Whoa!
What? Okay.
That's what I was saying, right? He was attacking before the hero
but
power.
he didn't want to give up the Keeper itself, because then the Keeper would die.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, the Keeper gets trade away.
Okay, so that is kind of
completely.
I just was clueless.
Another Blood Knight.
Blood Knight versus Blood Knight. I guess this is weird because the first person drops a Squire without the Blood Knight. I see.
Yeah,
but he might just play the Blood Knight here.
Yeah.
It seems hard to play the Knife Juggler here. Because Knife Juggler is just going to die. Even if you ping it with Abusive, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I think the Blood Knight here is almost the have to. It's painful, but it's a 3/3. He's going to have... And if he uses Hero Power, best case scenario, then at least you have a way to
also,
build the
Jackie Chan might not know that this is token... so he probably does know it's token Druid. Or else he would probably just play the Blood Knight.
Right.
Although these aren't the first matches of this group, so they've seen their decks before.
Jackie might have been looking at how RDU was playing his first opponent. And now...
Because you would keep the Blood Knight probably if you knew that the other person was running Squires.
So far, it doesn't really help.
That can't be a bad draw. I'd say that's a really good draw.
You can actually juggle.
You can get pretty lucky here.
The order of which is a little tricky.
I think if you want the best chance of clearing the board, you drop the Knife Juggler and then Soulfire
and then try to get the juggle. That's best case scenario.
The thing is, all his cards are so situational, right? 2 Arguses without any creatures. Blood Knight, he wants to save. So, I mean, he also wants to Abusive Sergeant a creature, So everything is just so situational. It's hard for him to get it.
Everything is a stack on the previous turns.
Yeah, and that's how Zoo works, right? Zoo, that's what runs like Shield Bearer. You just want creatures to kind of snowball.
So you can Direwolf Alpha, so you can Shatter Sun Cleric.
And that's why the turn 1 Keeper is so brutal. You just...
Yeah, Keeper is brutal, yeah. Against Zoo.
I think I like the Soulfire after the Knife Juggler. It's just the worst case scenario is that you have to tap,
discard.
but then you
That's still.
But then you might lose it for the loot hoarder, which just feels awful.
Oh, a squire.
Where
Double tap back to back.
Uh-huh.
If you're RDU, you must be feeling like either one,
Oh,
he's playing
man.
some weird like hand zoo or whatever, or two, this guy just has an awful hand.
Oh.
He passes. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how he can. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Does he know that RDU is running
Well, now he does.
Blood
Token.
Knight?
Oh, I thought you meant token.
No,
Druid.
because why would you not at least put a squire there?
Yeah.
Oh, because he wants to combo with his own Blood Knight?
Yeah,
That's
I guess
kind
to
of weird,
follow
though.
up.
yeah, it's a bit weird.
He has taken so much damage from this.
Yeah. I mean, Zoo doesn't really have comeback. They don't have Hellfire,
Yeah.
Shadow Flame. You're just fighting completely honest, like creature versus creature. And you can't just afford to tap, lose your turns, and then drop creatures.
At its core, is exactly what Hearthstone is, right? Just
Uh-huh.
minion trading.
Yeah.
Choosing the best targets.
Oh.
Wow, Argos.
Yeah. And you know what's so interesting about that is even if he pumps up like a huge Blood Knight, then there is the second keeper to silence it as well.
Well, he's going to get Blood Knight.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. That is going to be devastating. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. RDU is so far ahead of his opponent, even
Take out the
threatening
creature.
lethal next turn.
The first turn keeper is still alive.
Yeah,
It's still
that
alive.
is a good point.
6 turns later. That is big.
Jackie, he's starting to swivel. He's a little unsettled.
So
You-
what do you do?
Well,
I think you just
you can't answer that.
drop 2 Scarlets, but then you're dead. I mean,
Yeah, you have to do something like play the creature.
I think he couldn't afford to tap those turns. He just had to go for the early Soulfire, try to take board control.
The only way he can survive is if
Yeah.
he juggles onto the 3-1 and taunts it up. That's the only way you can survive right now.
Yeah.
Oh, taunt the knife juggler.
Yeah.
Which is like so
Okay.
not exactly what you want to be doing on turn 6.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's the only way to survive. Let's see if he's able to get it. The target's set. I have a feeling it's not going to be hitting their Stripe Crow.
33% chance.
I have a feeling.
33.
Oh.
Oops.
And is he dead?
Well, actually, it wasn't a mistake. It was just kind of unfortunate. I don't think he's dead.
He can savage.
No.
I mean,
He's
he
not
can
dead.
force of nature down to 2, which is kind of
Right, and basically forcing the win with his hand.
Exactly. Can't tap anymore. I guess it doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter right
The
now.
writing's on the wall. There's no way for him to stop this. And Jackie's dropped game 1 so quickly because
Yeah.
of the start of the Druid player.
Another thing is if you think about how Zoo Mirror plays, it's like in Zoo Mirror people even Soulfire a 2-1,
Yeah.
just to get that board advantage. And
That way they can just keep
yeah,
stacking.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's just how important it is to get board control of Zoo. So he definitely couldn't afford to make those greedy plays. Like
Yeah. Well, the dream start here against Zoo player, and now Jackie has to rely on Rogue, which is, I'm assuming it's a Miracle Rogue. I don't think it's going to be necessarily aggro Rogue or even like Tempo Rogue. Do people even still play Tempo Rogue? I don't think so.
I think it's like
it's
basically like
Miracle, I
Miracle
think.
and then like this really
The
aggro
anti-Miracle,
Oracle.
right.
Yeah, Colette Oracle, the backspace rogue.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Miracle.
That's
It's
a miracle.
Miracle. Okay. So, Dongzong, how do you like this matchup as the Rogue player? Do you feel very confident against Token Druid?
I think it's fine. It's a fine matchup for the rogue. I think the rogue, if the rogue can make the. Huh?
Oh, just put the microphone a little closer to you. People want to hear
sorry.
you.
I think the rogue has a little bit advantage on the if you on what? Couldn't really say it.
The Gadget's in.
Yeah.
The Auctioneer.
Yeah.
The money guy.
Yeah, that
The
yeah,
OP card. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Found it.
One thing we saw is that already has Ragnaros in his Token Druid.
Yeah.
That's not usually a common creature to see in Token with
It-
Squire, right? Like sometimes you see ramp Token with the wall growth and what's it
right.
called?
So
Yeah, wall growth and power roll, then maybe Ragnaros. This is kind of
it's
weird.
a weird fusion of
Yeah.
mid-range with like the double combo. They call it Fast Druid, but the reason why
Right.
they call it Fast Druid is 'cause instead of tokens, because you don't play the Vile Teacher, so he's combined Fast with Token, which is so indicative of the metagame. The fact that Druids can just take whatever elements and pieces and just adapt it into their builds and just kind of just throw it and call it Druid.
Also could be just the Ragnaros could be almost specifically to fight Freeze Mage as well, if
Right,
he
that's
suspects
true.
that.
It could be, the secret tech to kind of fight in that respect. But I don't know, because RDU was even telling me before the event that he doesn't think many people play Freeze Mage in tournaments. Because one, it's kind of a hard deck if you don't know and you're not experienced. And two, it's a little bit hard because not many people are familiar with it. So
I guess this tournament people have 4 decks, so it's hard to. He might think that because there's so many decks you have to play, it'll just go
Fair
down
enough.
to playing that one eventually. So there's some moves here.
I think I gotta kill the Violet Teacher though.
Oh,
don't
for
you?
sure it's
With
gonna.
the
It's
Eviscerate.
for sure it's gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can do a lot of things. He can even Blood Mage Coin Fan kill it. Let's see. He
Ah,
can
yeah,
Blood
I guess
Mage
he could.
Eviscerate kill it. I think you want to develop your board a little bit more than just the Blood Mage though, if you can.
So then push out this SI7.
So if he has S7s, he can deal 3 and hit it with his hero power.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't be able to remove everything.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a little unclean.
If he leaves a 2-1, it's gonna almost trade for the agent, you know.
Right.
So this is kind of a weird turn.
So in that respect, I think you might have to go Eviscerate with the Thanos then.
And Blood Mage.
It looks like he's.
Oh, well, I guess he is gonna do that then. I like saving the coin, but I guess when you have this many cheap spells, like the Conceal and the Deadly Poison, maybe it's okay.
It actually seems maybe a little better to Blood Mage Eviscerate, actually. Just because you get to keep a 3-1 weapon, you leave up the 2-1.
That's true. Oh, well,
This is
Wrath or
definitely a
Hero
decision.
Power?
Let's see. I actually think with this kind of hand, RDU's hand is too situational, right? Like Keeper is a situational creature. It's not like a 4-drop, right? And then the swipe and the Wrath, right? So it's all situational stuff. I think Druid doesn't hit drops, so I think he should have cycled it. You know,
Yeah, get closer to maybe Ancient of Lore or something like
yeah,
that.
Bear. You know, something you can proactively drop.
Bear. What about the cat?
No, it's Bear.
You always
cat
go
form.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Druid of the cat.
Yeah.
So
Okay, this is.
okay.
Oh.
He's opted
interesting.
removing.
That's fine. You get to keep the weapon as well. It's actually good to have it. Especially if you're dropping Drake, you put that with the weapon out. This is the problem without Cyclone Wrath. Like, if there's a board like this without proactive drops, it's really weird as Druid. See, now you
Yeah.
have this hand. What are you going to do? Keep her face? It is probably going to be
That-
keep her
yeah.
face. I don't think he's
Yeah,
not
keep
going to
her
keep. He's
face.
definitely going to keep her, but that's still awkward, you know. Keep her Blood Mage, probably.
It's just it's not imposing whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's easy to remove.
Oh, that is weird.
okay.
I mean, it makes sense because
I
there's a
think-
3 weapon, so
Yeah.
it's hard to hit it with the weapon, but...
Also, like you lose one of your ways to answer something like Van Cleef if he drops a 6/6 and all of a sudden you can't really respond immediately. But he does have
That's
Wrath and
true.
Swipe though, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think with his hand being, Force of Nature and Savage Roar, I think he could have made a pretty good argument for just keeping there.
Yeah, positioning himself.
Yeah, you set up some damage and then you try to
He's
get a
running
kill.
double fence.
Double fan.
Yeah, double fan.
Yeah.
I wonder if he does run double conceal though. These Asian players
double
make
fan,
a lot
double
of
conceal, double sap. Oh, wait. I don't think that's
maybe
something
one
else,
sap,
but
double cold bloods.
I've seen basically decks with 2 saps, 2 conceals, and 2 cold bloods. They're like kind of like a combo, those things together. So that's a really good draw.
Yeah, the
Druid,
Druid of the Claw was exact perfect on curve. Sets up, get him closer to the combo.
Is that a bear or a cat?
That's a cat.
That still seems like a bear.
It's
Yeah, it's a cat.
Okay.
yeah. It's definitely a cat. It's not a small cat though.
Oh man, this is
The life is so perfect. He's on 18 and I got
okay. This is kind of cool. He can do Leroy, go for the face, fan of knives, and then hit the 4/4, and then shadow
Right.
step it.
And
maybe?
then board clear.
Shadow step probably
and
at that
then
point.
die a turn after that. He has like it's
Does he have Innervate combo? Innervate and the 2 combos?
he got 2 combos I think. And he doesn't have an interview, but 1 turn later he can play the.
That's true. But you still have that means you might that one
Yeah,
draw
you-
though
you-
might be the difference.
You have one more turn to play it.
I think you should count damage as rogue in this situation, right? Because
Yeah.
let's see, you have 6 from the weapon, 12 from the Leroy shadow step. That's 18, plus cold blood 22. So
Yeah.
you're fairly close. I don't know. Then you can't fan it here. I think you Leroy fan and
I like it the more I think about it, and I think he sees it too.
gotta do it quick. Oh, and
Whoa.
Cold Blood.
Whoa.
Prep fan.
Prep fan.
He's going all in on this
Oh, he's
Leroy.
going away. He's going.
He's gonna
just, oh, he's
conceal.
going to conceal it.
Conceal.
Oh, this is actually
He's going.
a pretty cool
conceal.
move. For sure, you don't shadow step it now. You can see it after Cold Blood.
Well,
Okay, that
the
is
shadow
cool.
step is a little
That
more.
is
It's
cool.
more conservative.
Druid has a really hard time dealing with that 10-2.
Yeah.
In fact, he
Whoa.
can't. It seems
Double swipe would be the only way he can.
double swipe, Blood Mage swipe, but Blood Mage just died.
Blood Mage just died.
That was
He-
one.
Keeper.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
sick.
Oh,
I did not see that move.
He needed also an innervate. An innervate would have been won in the game.
Really? Oh, 14. Yeah, 14.
I
Lethal.
think it's a GG.
It's a. I mean, he was probably just gonna
Oh
double
my God.
double keeper.
Are you?
Yeah,
You
it's
might be
GG.
right. This might be the game.
Yeah.
He got like
that's-
six from the shadow step and another 4 from the
So
2 mana.
Yeah.
maybe we'll see
Yeah,
what
he
he
got
has.
it in his hand.
Well, no,
Got
he
it.
has 19 right now in his hand.
I mean,
If he hero powers.
I think
Yeah, it's
RDU
handy.
hero powers here because he has lethal anyways next turn,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
don't need to play 2 keepers. Do you want to armor up for 1 maybe? Yeah, might as well play power wall too. Because
Just
next
throw
turn the
out
game's
whatever.
over one way or another, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh
Either-
no, he has the eviscerate.
Oh,
Yeah.
eviscerate.
He had
so
the
it's-
eviscerate.
I saw that last time.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
But
why I
is
said
that
it's
enough,
GG.
though?
Very nice. Very nice. And you know
Oh, shadow step. Yeah.
that gamble ended up
It's
paying
over.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't
that's
actually
what-
much of a gamble because
Well, it's true. Yeah.
you saw the blood mage already die, so that's
Yeah,
just
and
a
he
really
was
good
on 8,
move.
so he can't
That was a
spell
really
power
good
swipe.
move. You would have to blood mage innervate swipe. That's you're getting really combinatorically thin, you know.
Good point. Good point, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie played
Ties
very
up the
well on that
series.
turn. It's
That
the
was
only
a-
way he can win the game,
Yeah.
actually.
Because he was gonna die. He
Yeah.
couldn't afford to Gadgetzan or
Yeah.
even Drake, right? He had to just go for it.
Druids are too fast nowadays, especially considering how much life he was at. I think it was exactly the right play. RDU is now down to his Miracle Rogue, and he told me that he's practiced this matchup over 400 to 500 times. Him and his teammates just practice Miracle versus Miracle all the time because in tournament play, you always run into this situation.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
he's comfortable in his element, but no matter how comfortable you might feel, these games are always determined by draws.
Yeah, exactly.
And RDU says that he almost never like to worst player. He feels he can't lose Miracle Rig Mirror.
Okay. He told you that?
Yeah. It's weird that someone mulliganed Farseer. I guess RDU mulliganed Farseer.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird because this matchup, it seems like it's one of the better.
It's one of the good cards to
better
put you out of
cards,
range,
yeah.
put you on boards, even sneak in 3 damage if they have the deadly poison down.
Some Miracle Rogue players though, they'll like pretty much mulligan everything other than Gadgetzan if they don't have Gadgetzan
Mhm.
in some of these slower matchups. So that's actually another,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to do.
Do you like pushing out Van Cleef?
This is no. You do it next turn. You coin Deadly Poison Van Cleef 6/6 next
Okay.
turn. That's a really strong turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
wow!
Well, then he's going to attack.
That is weird because now you can't. You're gonna Deadly Poison
Right,
one.
you
if
only
do
have 1
that.
charge. You lose 2 damage.
I can't imagine why you would do that.
Well, you don't...
It's not
Six
good.
six Van Cleef is really hard to deal with. It's not even that weak to
I'm
sap.
curious about it. Well, either way, Jackie's going to just cycle through, not really play.
And draws a sap.
Well, it might be good for the Van Cleef if it ends
Shadow
up being
step,
big.
interesting.
X.
I guess he's just playing it slow. in this
Yeah, he
matchup.
has Gadgetzan already,
He
and
wants
he's
to
on the
save
coin.
a coin for Gadgetzan. That's the only reason he didn't play that.
Yeah.
Hmm. No need to rush it. Both of them have Van Cleef, which is funny. Sometimes you have like these 2 giant Van Cleefs, but like, and they just like sap each other's Van Cleef, and just neither of them are able to. They
Yeah,
bust their
yeah.
whole hand doing nothing.
Basically, the big thing about this game is that RDU actually has a Gadgetzan, and
Yeah.
you know, Jackie doesn't yet. So
All right, and he has that Farseer again, just kind of just posturing himself to be successful, but he has that key ingredient, the Auctioneer, as you mentioned,
Exactly.
Strife Crow. Jackie not too happy with that one, apparently.
there's actually a pretty good move. You could backstab Shiv
And
and Van
Van
Cleef.
Cleef.
That's 6/6, pretty strong.
See what you draw off the Shiv as well. Eviscerate, second one.
That works.
And now if RDU drops the preparation, it'll also continue to chain events.
But there's no prep yet, is there?
Oh, you know what? I thought he had sap, but I think it was Jackie had the sap.
Okay.
So I was switching POVs. So I thought he had prep. So I was like, if he had
Yeah,
sap
yeah,
and prep,
yeah.
he would have been.
This is kind of weird. Let's see. If you Gadgetzan coin Can't really do anything, huh?
No.
And your follow-up is Cold Blood, and you're like, well,
So
this is awkward.
Drake, I guess.
Yeah, Drake.
Wow.
Probably Drake.
Could he remove it somehow? Let's see. He has the little spell power from
Can go
Blood
the-
Mage.
the
That's still not enough,
Thalanos.
huh? It's just
Yeah,
not
it's
enough.
5.
I
Puts
guess
him
you just
out of
gotta
range.
leave it up.
Oh, wow.
That is huge.
That is a big pickup.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Because that would have, oh man, that would have been able to completely change a lot of things. You would have been able to remove and be able to push out damage with the eviscerates. Whew, huge pickup here for RDU.
Just gonna remove it. Probably hit him with the SI as well.
Radu have a really good card at the end.
Yeah. I don't think you attack here yet. Like, you don't really have enough damage.
Right.
I guess you
It's
need
not
to
like you need to
save-
set up for
yeah,
lethal.
Exactly.
Fasir?
Yeah, it might be Gadzan time.
Okay, so he's
You
going
have
for the
that
gadgets.
coin.
He's trying to draw some good stuff.
Shit.
Last resort, you could maybe shadow step it, but I don't think you do with this much card advantage. I think you just leave it out there as a
Yeah.
4/4 probably.
Let it die.
Yeah, let it absorb some removal.
prep. Did he
Preparation.
go for it?
Whoa, we have Phantom
wow.
Knives.
Okay.
The miracle is real.
Oh, that might even be better.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
remove
better.
it.
RDU picking up all the answers.
Okay. He has a big life deficit, 8, and maybe even if you count the 6 there as.
Oh.
So he might have like a 4. Just doesn't have enough damage. Close maybe, but not quite. Without the cold blood being on a creature as well, because you
Mhm.
can't just cold blood anytime you want. This is a hard turn.
Yeah. How do you
Especially
deal with
since it's hard
gadgets
to-
in?
Yeah,
Snap.
it's hard to get the combo for a Eviscerate and SI Agent. Something you can do is, I don't know,
Yeah.
you could sap it
You sap it
and then play your agent.
and then use the eviscerate when it comes out inevitably.
I don't know. That seems actually reasonable.
You put him at 17, but it's not like you have ways to draw into lethal the following turns. You know, one of the few advantages of going first in this mirror, because normally going second is much better by all means. You get an extra card, you get an extra coin, or you get one coin, not an extra coin.
Yeah.
Usually, if you go first, at least you get to hit those burst turns quicker. Turn 8, you have the ability to shadow step twice, but he's not anywhere close to that.
Oh,
Perdition's
Guardian has
Blade.
Perdition's Blade. That's interesting.
Interesting tech card. It's
Yeah.
really good against a lot of the aggro decks. Like, for
Yeah.
example, Zoo, it just completely poops on it.
Because you can take out 2 creatures with the Blade potentially in one turn. The Battlecry and the hero, and then the attack.
I wonder what it's specifically geared for, because RDU likes to shores up these matchups.
So he's probably not going to replay Gadgets in here. There's nothing much to do with it. He has to be worried, kind of, because he's low, and there's a 3-attack weapon, a 3-attack creature. And he
right.
doesn't know Jackie's hand, what it is. It could be Leroy for all he knows.
Right.
So yeah, he's desperately
okay.
trying to heal,
Yeah.
and then probably going to
So
play the Van Cleef. That's pretty big. 8/8, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it
And now the sap also was used, so he knows he can't immediately remove
that's
it.
not a good draw.
Deadly poison.
is. Anything other than Garrison is not a good job.
Everything is also that is so annoying to deal with, because he would have to use like the
If you
cold
top
blood. The
deck-
cold blood doesn't even reach it.
If you top deck Leroy, would he have won? Let's see. He would have 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's really close. All right. Leroy would have pretty much almost given him lethal.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been able to end the game.
He probably should just go for the face. I think he probably should just go for the face.
With that much damage, maybe. I think he's not going to kill the 8/8 no matter what.
No.
He might be considering punching the 3/3 with
Even
his
though you can
Spirit
kill the
Cannon.
8/8, you couldn't really help by dying a turn after the next turn.
If he punches the 3/3 though, then he loses again the draw into Leroy to end the game. Doesn't he? And he's gonna take that 3 damage anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
So his logic
Just
could be,
saw him.
because right now he's staring at 11, and his opponent has so many cards, and if he has Leroy and Shadow Steps, then the game's over.
Okay, so what you can do is hit with their weapon, make another hero power, then deadly, and then cold blood your guy before
Right.
you attack.
I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. You have to kind of posture yourself.
Mhm.
Cold Blood's going in one
Probably just
direction
save your
anyways.
Eviscerate at this point, though.
Yeah, just,
Yeah, I think you go for it. Yeah, that's just what it is. Set up
Okay.
for lethal potentially. You know
If-
your creature's dying, but, you know.
It depends if RDU can kill him this turn, but it looks like he can't.
11? Yeah, without Leroy, there's no chance.
No.
All right, well, we're going to start the chain draws once again.
I think he's trying to draw on the Shadow Step
Oof.
very specifically because he wants to Shadow Step and heal. At this point, RDU knows he's already won a long game. He just needs to survive the next turn.
Yeah.
So there's SI Agent and then go for it. That seems likely.
He should backstab his own creature.
3,
Alright.
7. The last out, he needs Leroy at this point. There's no other spell that can put Jackie over the top in order
He
to
might
beat
be
RDU.
scared of Blade Flurry is another thing.
Blade
He
Flurry,
plays-
it's at 6 damage plus the 4 Eviscerate. It's still too little.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
much better
goodness.
against Blade Flurry than playing the other 3/3.
Yep.
Now down to 1 card.
Boom!
Let's see what that is.
Is it going to be the Leroy?
Leroy would give him lethal or would
Yeah,
not?
it would.
It would, right?
It would.
Leroy's 10.
Leroy.
Oh, no!
Is it
It's a Shadow
Oh,
Step.
no.
Leroy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie had one last chance.
Jackie
But
played
his
well. He
miracle
set
fell
up. He set
short.
up for the potential lethal on
Yeah.
his lucky draw. That was
All
his, I think that was the best thing he could have done.
Think so, and RDU advances in first place in his group and gets a top 8 spot. Jackie will fall down to play the winner of the losers series. He's not out just yet, but RDU, you know, he came as a heavy favorite in the group and he ends up cleaning through. Maybe not the easiest route though, because he did win his series 2-1, 2-1, so he was kind of contested. And you never know, if Jackie hit that Leroy, all of a sudden RDU's in the losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't always win against the best draws. You just gotta maximize your chances of winning.
Yeah, so Jackie won't be out yet, but RDU can just sit pretty and wait until top 8 because he has qualified through. Overall, I think Jackie showed a really good proficiency with Miracle Rogue.
Yeah.
He realized the risks and the chances he had to take. What do you think?
I think he played really well, even though he lost at the end, but he still had a chance. If he didn't play that way, he couldn't even get a chance to win. That's how you play the game. You're fighting for a chance, not fighting for
You play for every potential win, no matter what it is.
It's what I mean. It's potential. You want to win the game by increase your winning percent.
Dong, I want to ask, you know, you've been watching all these games. Groups
Yeah.
are almost halfway done.
Yeah.
Do you feel nervous because you're going to be playing soon?
Yeah, a little bit, and I feel really tired. I didn't sleep well last night.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's because you guys drove from Shanghai, right?
Yeah.
All the way over here. And Shenzhen is how far away from Shanghai?
Not really far, but we only get message yesterday. So, and it was a big rain in Shanghai last night. In afternoon, last afternoon. I mean, I got a little bit.
Time is a weird thing, man. I feel you completely. You know, a lot of us are really tired, but at the same time, we're really excited and have lots of cool games. Strife Crow, what did you think overall of the level of play? Do you think RDU? I mean, at this point, I really don't think anyone in his group was going to be really challenging him. But at the same time, it wasn't exactly the easiest. He could have lost and gotten thrown out.
Yeah, he had some. I mean, both series he went through with a 2-1. So, I mean, that's just what it is. It's hard to win 2 all the time.
Best of 3.
Yeah,
you know, that's
exactly.
the case of it.
Especially since in a best of 3, when you lose, you always get the. I guess they don't really get the counter you because there's only 2 decks.
Sure, and you pick it beforehand.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
order is set. It's not like you can choose a meta game at that point. In the end, though, that's what it is, and you kind of have to survive this group stage until you can get to the single eliminations where they're playing for their piece of the $10,000 prize pool. You know, real quick before we go to break, we want to remind people to stay in the conversation. Hashtag IEM on Twitter as well as Facebook, and let your friends know that Hearthstone IEM is going on right now. It's the first event. They're always looking for feedback, and you can send them a message at ESL Gaming or any kind of thing on Twitter and let them know what you guys think about the stream as well as the format or anything else that's going on. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, more action from Hearthstone here at IEM Shenzhen.